a funny thing, it can't change its ways. So grab it by the hand while you can, while it's here today. 'Cause one day you'll wake up and all your dreams will be memories, and the words you always thought but never spoke will be your last regrets. On and on and on and on, life passing by. On and on and on and on, I think we're born to fly in the sky, so high.
We met in primary school. I moved to Williamsburg School, primary 4, because my school, Todd Home, only went up to primary 3, and then just kind of, there was a lot of St Mirren fans in our class actually, wasn't there?
At primary school there was,
Primary,
when you went secondary, that sort of finished, but primary school there was, it was no bad.
Yep,
But
aye.
no, I think you were the sort of one of the main ones. Used to meet behind the Love Street big floodlights by the side, didn't we, on a
Yep,
Saturday?
that's right.
Aye, so
Waving to each other.
I moved to Paisley. I moved to Paisley when I was 19. For the main reason that I was already working in a record shop in Paisley, the record market in the West End, and it came the time that that I was moving out of the house, and I thought, well, I'll move to Paisley. I suppose to a certain extent out of convenience, because it meant that I would be closer to the shop.
Well, I'm Simon Hanna. I'm the managing director of JW Philshaw. Company's 141 years old this year. Spent well over a century based in Paisley down at Nethercommon, and we moved to Hillington in 1986.
It was a record market. It's a small, very small record shop in the West End of Paisley, and it's still there to this day. It isn't open currently, but it's still there, a little green shop in the West End. I think most people have passed it and recognise it at some point. But I actually started in there when I was 14 as a Saturday job while I was still at school. And when I left school, I then went on to work in the store and kind of run the store as well, right up until I was 20, 21. I think.
Paisley, I think, has a lot to offer. In many ways, it's got a great history. The things that were made in Paisley over the years, the thread, the jam, loads and loads of industry. Sadly, a lot of them have gone, and we're going through a big change again. But I think Paisley's future actually lies in its past. We have some wonderful parks in the town. We've got great historical buildings. We have plans to change the museum, and when that comes off, it's going to make it an amazing place to visit.
Well, as I say, we're based in Paisley for well over 100 years. I guess when you talk about servicing the community, providing large numbers of employment in Paisley for a very long time was something that the family are very proud of. And we've got 26 connected families that work within the business. Many of the guys still come from Paisley, and a lot of those family connections have come through 2 or 3 different generations, which is phenomenal.
We used to go to on the way to Williams, there was a wee corner shop, bottom of Seed Hill Road, and Tony Fitzpatrick actually, he had the shop, so we used to go in the morning, we used to talk about St Mirren. Before that it was Frank McGarvey that had the shop as well, so we used to go in, buy the wee footballs.
Spend all our money.
Spend all our money, aye. 50 pence.
No money for lunch.
Oh, listen, I think the sharp sense of humour. I think there's nowhere else in Scotland that has the sense of humour that the guys from Paisley have.
It goes to Ferguson. Great run by Ferguson here. Can he put it away?
Yes, I was here. I didn't get a ticket. I didn't get a ticket for the final, but we did. My dad. That was the first time my dad took me out to the pub actually to celebrate, because I was just slightly underage. But it was such a momentous thing that he took me out for my first beer at the age of 17, and then we headed down to the town hall to see the team come back. And I think there was something like over 100,000 people in the town centre at the time, and it was fantastic. It was an amazing occasion. It really was.
Yep.
Wee bits yet, but obviously I've seen the full game. I've actually got it in video still. Been a few years since I've watched it, but yep, aye. But my kind of memories are going to the games 89-90. Kenny McDowell's goal against Rangers. Chris Rhodes got injured. I was kind of behind the goals for that. Beating Celtic 3-0 at Parkhead. That's my kind of first memories being at football matches.
Well, listen, there's some absolutely phenomenal heritage and history. You know, and a lot of people are very interested in history. We have the Abbey, obviously, in Paisley, as well as some beautiful buildings. My gut feel is it's about pulling all these things together and actually using the pride that we all have as Paisley buddies and pulling it together as a package and talking about all the great things that we have, not just individual things and component parts. We've got a football team there, and we've got the Abbey, and we've got a whole load of cultural mix there in terms of the music scene, and all these things need to be packaged together to create an environment that attracts many different types of people.
Well, I think Paisley's got a great deal to offer. I think first of all, it's got its people of Paisley. It's got a large community. It's the largest town in Scotland, isn't it? There is something about the Paisley buddy that is absolutely likeable to anybody. And also, when you look at Paisley, it is a real historic town. When you look at the likes of the Abbey, sometimes on a nice night, when it's well lit and it's not raining, and you take a stroll around, on an evening, and you see the Abbey and the town hall, and you look at the buildings that we have, the Thomas Coates Memorial Church, and I know they're doing up the Russell Institute building. When you look around and you look at the older architecture and the way that the town centre's laid out, it's a beautiful town. It's been hit in the last 20 odd years by lots of retailers leaving the town as such, and we're left with a rather empty high street, which I think because a lot of the time that's at eye level and people walk around, they think there's nothing much happening in Paisley, but we have this structure, we have these beautiful buildings, and we have a great infrastructure here, which we tend, I think, to miss upon. That I think you hear a lot of people saying, you're only a few minutes from Glasgow, you can just jump on a train and get to Glasgow. But we have great transport links. Instead of people leaving Paisley to go to Glasgow or go elsewhere, whether it's shopping, whether it's entertainment, whether it's dining, etc. We should be looking at people coming from Glasgow, coming back into Paisley and saying, do you know what, we're going into Paisley. And that's a difficult ask. Because Glasgow has so much to offer, but there is no reason with what we have here that we can't cultivate that Germany, to grow it and have a thriving, not just a music scene, but have a thriving scene for the public, for Paisley and wider alike.
The things that were made in Paisley over the years, the thread, the jam, loads and loads of industry, sadly a lot of them have gone, and we're going through a big change again. But I think Paisley's future actually lies in its past. We have some wonderful parks in the town. We've got great historical buildings. We have plans to change the museum, and when that comes off, it's going to make it an amazing place to visit, because we've got so many things hidden away just now that the public can't see that we need to bring out. And with people having more spare time in their hands, Paisley has got to become a destination town, and I'm pretty certain we're on the way up. Disraeli says, keep your eye on Paisley, and he was right.
Listen, of course I believe that Paisley can be successful. The core components of winning these types of bids is about having a strong community that are together, about having good infrastructure and having a vision for what things might look like in the future.